take mine cyanide. Show up, put me on to it, through a eyes, and then talk about me like the next big thing. And I'll bow down while you pull them strings.
With me today, we're gonna have a good time. You've convinced me. I'm ready to switch my account. Oh my gosh. Specific answer. They're learning quick. Can we Google it? Whatever. Okay.
All business
He's a quick
assets.
study.
There's so many words I want to say. Be careful. It is a love story.
You bet it is.
Fair.
You're. I wasn't done.
Ask the questions that you think are silly. Thank you for joining. Bye.
Hanging out and enjoying the outdoors.
So come join us at the University of Wisconsin-Superior, where every day is an opportunity to learn, grow, and make your mark on the world. We can't wait to welcome you into our hive. Go Yellow Jackets!
There's nothing better than a Subway Series footlong, except when you add a new footlong sidekick, like the boss with a new footlong cookie. This might be my favorite sidekick ever. What?
Every epic footlong deserves the perfect sidekick.
Okay. There we go. This is crowd, right? Because it's got a C. I'm going to... Okay. Gotcha. I do have a coach's interview tonight whenever we want to play it, so just letting you know. Hello? Hello? Mr. Allen, are you there? I think I had the button off. Doot, 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 doot. In front of our sprawling crowd of approximately 10. Hey! I can. Can you hear me? Cool. That is so awesome. I don't even know where to begin. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to UWS Men's Basketball here on 91.3 FM KUWS in Superior and on Yellow Jacket TV. This is Matt Johnson coming to you live from Mertz Mortarelli Gymnasium here on the campus of the University of Wisconsin-Superior, where the Yellow Jacket men beginning the second half of the 2024-2025 season here, opening up UMAC conference play tonight, taking on North Central in their first game home in about 7 weeks. For the Yellow Jackets, UWS coming into this contest here tonight at the Mertz, sitting at 3-8 after the non-conference portion of the season under Greg Polkowski in his 8th season, 80 wins and 94 losses, his record to date as the head coach here in Superior. The Yellow Jackets currently, unfortunately, on a 7-game losing streak that began on November 23rd. During that current streak, the Yellow Jackets have dropped a 1-point game to UW Stout, have an overtime loss to UW Eau Claire, along with additional defeats against Trinity of Texas, St. Thomas of Texas, Ripon, Buena Vista, and UW River Falls. All 7 of the losses have come on the road as the Yellow Jackets returning home here for the first time since November 16th. So it has been a long and arduous road here for the Yellow Jackets since their last home game way back in mid-November. And that last outing, the Yellow Jackets fell to UW River Falls by the final score of 59-51 in the final game of the 2024 Radisson Holiday Classic, then a game that was played at Don Page Arena down in River Falls. In that contest, the Yellow Jackets fell behind 30-19 at the break, thanks connecting on just 8 of 32 shots in the opening 20 minutes. UWS managed to sharpen their aim a bit more after the half, making 12 of 29 after the break, but never got closer than 6 points in the second half due to shooting only 32.8% for the contest. The Yellow Jackets have struggled from the field at times and have also struggled offensively, so that is a big subplot going this game here today. It's also a topic that Coach Greg Polkowski and I addressed in our pregame interview, which will be coming up in just a few minutes. Individually, the Yellow Jackets were led in that contest against the Falcons by Javon Walker, who scored 14 points in the contest while making 6 of 17 from the field. He also added 5 rebounds. And with that loss, the Yellow Jackets haven't won a game since, again, their last home game against McAllister in non-conference action, 78-76 in overtime. Again, that game was played on November 16th. So the Yellow Jackets home for the first time in a while, looking for their first victory in a while as well. Taking on a North Central team that's playing pretty good ball right now. The Rams coming into this conference opener for them as well at 6-5 overall. Jeremy Becker is in his 3rd season at the helm of the Rams program. They've won their last 2 contests, including posting an 87-84 victory over Loras in the final game of the Loras Classic, hosted by Loras at Lillis Court in Dubuque, Iowa. That game was played on Saturday. In that contest, the Rams trailed 42-41 at the break as the Dewhawks knocked down 56.7% of their shots in the opening half, but North Central rallied back in the second half, taking a 54-46 lead on 2 free throws by Malik Seegers with 15:21 remaining in regulation. Matters remained tight for the remainder of the contest as the Rams maintained a slight edge until Loras retook a 1-point lead at 1:05 left on the clock following a 3-pointer by Nolan Berendis. That made it an 84-83 contest, but the Rams scored the game's final 4 points, taking the lead for good on a layup by Carmelo McNeil. That made it 85-84, 52 seconds remaining on the clock. Siggers went on to add 2 free throws with 17 seconds remaining to make it an 87-84 contest before Loras's Gavin Sarvis missed a potential game-tying 3-pointer as time expired, allowing North Central to claim the victory. For the game, the Rams shot 51.7% and had 3 players scoring double figures, led by Carmelo McNeil with 21 points. He was 9 of 13 from the field in that contest. Siggers added 20 points off the bench while making 6 of 13, while Carrington McNeil, the brother of Carmelo McNeil, finished with 18 points while connecting on 7 of 12 shots. So the Yellow Jackets have a tall task in front of them tonight against a North Central team, like I said, coming off of 2 very impressive wins, including the victory over Loras at the final game of the Loras Classic this past weekend. So that sets the stage for tonight's UMAC conference opener between the Yellow Jackets and North Central. And with that being the case, we'll take a quick time out and come back with more of our pregame show sponsored by the National Bank of Commerce, including a conversation with Yellow Jacket head coach Greg Polkowski. That's coming up right after this. This is UWS Men's Basketball on 91.3 FM KUWS Superior and on Yellow Jacket TV, an affiliate of the UMAC Sports Network.
concerned about our guys showing up on game day. Not being at home for a while, it can be a little tougher. Not finding the win column for a while can be tough. And those things kind of start to pile up a little bit. The season's a long season to begin with. So, yeah, those are some things we got to compete with, but everybody does. Obviously, when you're winning, it's a little easier and to be honest, could be more fun, for some people or for individuals to go through that process. But I do think we've been continuing to show up, on game days and in practice. And I wouldn't say we have, taken back, our push to want to get better. So, but that's been a grind too. So, we're excited though, also to go at that temperature for the start of conference play. I think our eyes are very much set on that. We've had no lack of getting us prepared for the conference schedule with the stretch of games that we've played in non-league play. And that being said, we have a great conference opponent in North Central tonight. That'll be, a great challenge as well.
We'll talk more about the Rams in a second here. I wanted to touch on something that you brought up just now, and that is kind of the offensive side of it. I know you guys have been playing pretty well defensively. Most of the games that you've been losing have been pretty low scoring. The possible exception, maybe the 2 games down in Texas, but it's been a lot of low scoring contests where it seems like the offense just hasn't been there at the end, even though the defense has kept you in it. What do you think the struggles have been on offense specifically?
Yeah, I think there's multiple different ways to look at it. We've had some good bench scoring. We've had some good bench scoring with, Hayden Quimby has provided us, a source of offense. While Evan Bennett was out, basically the month of December with injury, he came back, gave us, a source of offense against River Falls in our last game. Rocco Paulson has showed us some things off the bench. I think that, in that group that has traditionally been our starting group, there's been offense in there. I think there's been a challenge a bit on my end of rotationally. We've played a lot of guys through this non-conference schedule, and, deservingly so because they work hard and they deserve an opportunity in our depth. But I think some of that scoring, one, you got to make shots. Made 7 threes in our last game. That was a positive. I think 5 of those may have been off the bench. It's kind of putting those rotations together that can provide consistent scoring. I've always been a fan of our motion game, but we got to be understanding of where we can score, and if we got to change some things offensively, whether that's into our ball screen game or just getting guys different types of looks, that's been looked at. We need to shoot the ball. We need to move the ball, and we've really been a ground and pounded at the rim type of team, and that's served us well and for a long time. But we do need to broaden our ability to shoot the basketball, and whether that's changing offense or whether that's putting guys in there that are showing they can do that. I think we worked a little bit on that down against Stout and River Falls, and we saw some positive from that. But now our time to play around with that and all that is kind of coming to an end, and we got to kind of get to a structure and a reliability of, what that rotation is going to look like, to provide offense, to be honest with you. And our defense, in the past, I know I'm going on and on here, has provided offense too. And, whether that, I think we had 22 turnovers against Stout that we forced. So be able to turn that into offense going back the other way is a positive. And having a lineup out there that can do that. That has been a little bit of a challenge personally for me, Matt, is those rotations. And, we know what we've seen in the past. You want to kind of keep going with that, but, things are always going to change. So we're kind of finding out, maybe what that change is too.
Turn to this team that you're facing here tonight in North Central. They're a team that does not struggle to score. They run up and down the floor, score tons of points. They also give up a fair amount because of the tempo that they play. They run up and down. We've known for years that they shoot a lot of three-point shots. Not a especially tall team, but they are a team that has a lot of good shooters. The McNeil brothers really shoot it well. Tanner Holtman also shoots the ball really well. So we know that they score a lot of points. They're coming in here on a bit of a high themselves. I mean, they had a really good holiday tournament showing just last weekend. So they're playing good basketball right now. What are you expecting, other than what we've just covered here, from the Rams here tonight, other than what we've just talked about?
Yeah, I think everything you just talked about. They had a great win over Loris at Loris's holiday tournament. They played a great game, and they kind of showed everything they do very well, which is what we've seen in the past. I mean, we played them at home, this past, what would have been late February, which is getting to be close to a year ago, but still somewhat recent. Their ability to push the ball in transition is definitely there. They have speed at the guard spot. They have shooters in Feller and Holtman, and along with other capable shooters that you mentioned. I think, a unique thing that, they've done as a staple, and they've been doing it very recently more, is, their ability to press full court and switch defenses in the half court, whether it be man to zone, whatever it may be. So we're going to deal with that offensive personnel we noted, going to deal with their pressure in the full court pressing, and anticipating, their, as they switch defense from man to zone, that's something that we're going to have to attack. We've handled it well in the past. But again, this is not the past. This is now. So that's what we have to look forward to, expect to. And I know it's conference opener for them too. So, they're going to be excited. We played very well against them last year, but I know they haven't forgot about that either. So, I think it will be a highly competitive game tonight, to say the least.
Yeah, they combined 8 points separating you two last year in the three games.
So
right 3 wins, but 8 total points.
Yeah.
So games with them are always tight, aren't they?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, and I had a chance to just go back and look at our last game. There's a lot of the same personnel returning. Obviously, we lost a couple guys. They lost a couple. But a lot of the same personnel. Looking back at that game last year, it was a high-level game. And they did well, everything that, I just listed off that we expect from them. And then we did a lot of things well. So it was a great game. And I think it has the makings for it to be the same tonight and, in the opener of conference play. But there is no doubt they're talented with 6 non-conference wins, 2 big ones over Loras and Central as of very recently. We have some common opponents. I think we lost to Stout by 1. I think they maybe lost by 4. I think we lost to River Falls by 7. They might have lost something very similar to that. So, yeah, it kind of tees up to be really, head to head, and, who's going to do a lot of those small things better and ultimately make shots that could sway this game either way.
All right, Coach. Well, as always, good to talk to you again. It's been a hot minute since we last spoke, but I'm glad that you're back, and we'll be talking again real soon.
Yeah, thank you, Matt. Thanks for coverage tonight. Thank you.
That's Yellow Jacket head coach Greg Polkowski. I'll be right back with more Yellow Jacket men's basketball right after this on 91.3 FM KUWS Superior and on Yellow Jacket TV, an affiliate of the UMAC Sports Network.
That'll work. Carry 20 seconds. Time for tonight's starting lineup is brought to you by Superior Choice Credit Union. First, the starting lineup for North Central in this contest. Starting at guard, 6'3" junior from Minneapolis, Minnesota, Carrington McNeil. He is the Rams' leading scorer, averaging 16.5 points per game. He's joined in the backcourt by 6'3" graduate student from Aurora, Colorado, Tanner Holtman. He averages 10.5 points per contest. Starting also at guard, 6'1" junior from Aurora, Colorado, Remy Wedgeworth Brown. He averages 7.2 points per contest. Also starting at guard, 6'3" junior from Minneapolis, Carmelo McNeil. He averages 11.1 points per game. And rounding out the starting five for the Rams, 6'4" graduate student from Aurora, Colorado, Cameron Thomas. He averages 6.1 points per contest. Meanwhile, for the Yellow Jackets, they will line up this way, starting in the backcourt, 5'11" senior from Champlin, Minnesota, TJ Moberg. He averages 3.7 points per game. Starting at guard, 6'3" senior from Caledonia, Minnesota, Andrew Cornelius. He averages 8.3 points per contest. Starting at guard, 6'4" senior from right here in Superior, Joey Barker. He averages 10.5 points per game on the season. Starting at guard, 6'1" junior from right here in Superior, getting his first start of the season, is Evan Bennett. He averages 2.4 points per contest. And rounding out the Yellow Jackets starting five, 6' senior from Rocheron, Texas, Javon Walker. He averages 17.2 points per game. So that's your starting five for each team. Again, those starting lineups brought to you by Superior Choice Credit Union as the two teams are huddling on the court below me from my broadcast location high above the playing surface here at the Mertz. Yellow Jackets from my vantage point will be in their white jerseys with the gold trim going from right to left in this opening 20 minutes, while the Rams in sky blue uniforms, which are very sharp, by the way, with navy blue and white numbers. They're going from left to right here in this opening 20 minutes. Yellow Jackets and the Rams all ready to get this one underway. Tonight's opening tip sponsored by Barker's Island Inn. Yellow Jackets on a current 3-game winning streak in the series, taking all three meetings with North Central a year ago, including defeating the Rams in a very, very entertaining ball game in the UMAC tournament semifinal round last time out on February 21st of last year. That was the game that Coach Greg Polkowski was referencing in our pregame interview. As the opening tip, sponsored by Barker's Island Inn, is controlled by North Central, and we are officially underway here on this Wednesday evening. The first of two, by the way, the women's game coming up about 20-25 minutes after we go final here in Game 1 from the Mertz. In the meantime, Yellow Jackets forcing a turnover on the first possession and into the front court. Here's Javon Walker on the baseline, pass down low. Joey Barker stepping through, misses a shot out the front of the rim, no good. From close in, and the rebound to the Rams, and now they're into the front court. This is Carrington McNeil passing it on the left side. This is Tanner Holtman now for the Rams. They'll kick it now right side. Rams, like I said, not a very tall team, but they do run up and down and shoot the ball very well as a team. Shoot a lot of three-pointers traditionally over the years. As Remy Wedgeworth Brown now on the outside. 8 seconds to shoot into the corner. 3-point shots up from there. That one off the front rim, no good. Offensive rebound for Cameron Thomas is also off the mark, no good. That 3-point shot taken, by the way, by Carrington McNeil. Rimmed out, and on the offensive rebound off the miss, it'll be a foul on UWS, first of the contest. We're whistled against Joey Barker for the Yellow Jackets, and that'll send Thomas to the free throw line to shoot 2. Cameron Thomas, one of 3 Aurora, Colorado natives in the starting 5 here tonight for North Central. It's his first free throw, rims around and falls out, no good. One more coming. Just underway. Crowd still filing in here. Looks like it might be a pretty decent-sized crowd before all is said and done here on the night. As Thomas' second free throw is good, he goes 1 for 2, and the Rams take a 1-0 lead here. Now they're going to pick up full court. As the pass comes in, now TJ Moberg for the Yellow Jackets turns, flips a pass across court into the front court, into the hands of Evan Bennett. And the Yellow Jackets now will set up the offense. As on the outside, it's TJ Moberg, right-hand dribble. Out on top now. Javon Walker swings it left side. Now Joey Barker. Barker for UWS. Match up against Thomas. Goes on the baseline, tried to flip up a shot. Gets hit as he went into the air, and he'll go to the free throw line to shoot two here. We'll see who they give the foul to. They're going to give it to Carmelo McNeil. McNeil brothers, actual twins, excuse me. And at the free throw line is Barker. Came in averaging 10.5, and his first free throw is good. That makes it a 1-1 contest. Jackets have struggled at times putting the ball in the hoop. There's no secret about that. Plenty of conversation about it. As the second free throw for Barker is long off the back rim, no good. And we have a 1-1 contest now. As into the front court, here comes Remy Wedgeworth Brown for North Central. Backing down, kicks it out on top. Thomas will fire away from three-point range, and he'll knock it down. First triple of the game goes to Cameron Thomas. He has all 4 Rams points, and North Central takes a 4-1 lead. As the Yellow Jackets with Javon Walker now advance into the front court. Barker out on top, left side now TJ Moberg for UWS. Wedgeworth Brown still guarding him. Jackets will swing it right side on the wing. Here's Evan Bennett now stepping through, hanging in the air. His pass knocked out of play by Thomas. Tried to get it into the corner for Cornelius. It'll be an inbound for the Jackets. They'll have 7 seconds to shoot with 18:04 remaining first half. Walker triggering it in now. Here's Moberg right side. 5 seconds to shoot. Barker now, he'll tee up a three-point shot. And that one is good. So your score, Cameron Thomas 4, Joey Barker 4 here so far in the early stages of this one, as now the Rams quickly back the other way. Holtman in the right side corner. Stepping through, pass down low. Now going up and under is Thomas. He'll go up off the window and score again. All 6 points now for the Rams, courtesy of Cameron Thomas. Came in averaging 6.1. He's got all 6 points thus far here for North Central, and they retake the lead at 6-4. Bennett now right side. They'll hand it out, Barker. Joey Barker. Moberg now, Bennett. 8 seconds to shoot. Behind the back dribble. Steps inside, had his shot blocked away by Thomas, and then off of Evan Bennett. And it'll be North Central basketball here, with the Rams looking to build on a 6-4 lead. Wedgeworth Brown now comes into the front court on the right-hand dribble. Kicks it back out on top. This is Tanner Holtman. Wedgeworth Brown wide open. Now he'll fire away from three-point range. Long off the back rim, no good. Rebound grab by Evan Bennett. And now into the front court, here's TJ Moberg. Moberg for the Yellow Jackets, picking up his dribble. Goes left side on the wing, now Bennett. Back out on top, now Cornelius. Andrew Cornelius going toward the rim, flips up a shot wildly off the back rim. Off the glass, in fact, no good. Rebound for the Rams, and now they're in transition. On the left side, Carmelo McNeil for Brown in the corner. Wedgeworth Brown comes inside, misses right at the rim. Now the Jackets out the rebound, back 2-on-1. There's a lob pass now for Joey Barker, and he goes up and throws it down with 2 hands. He assists to Javon Walker, and we're tied again. 6 apiece. And the duel between Barker and Thomas continues. Now on the near side, 3-point shot. Attempted by Carrington. McNeil was swatted out of bounds by the flying Javon Walker. It will stay with the Rams. And now the Rams will bring up Malik Siggers for the first time. Siggers comes in. Jackets also going to the bench as they bring in Reed Johnson to replace Evan Bennett. And it'll be a trigger in now left side baseline for Siggers. 5'9" junior from Miami, Florida. We'll trigger it in here for the Rams. As the pass comes in now for Thomas. Carrington, McNeil, now Siggers. Goes left side now Holtman, who's yet to take a shot in this game. Nearly 4 minutes in, now Holtman looking to change that against Reed Johnson. Now hangs in the air. Siggers will try an NBA range 3-point shot off the back rim, no good. Good defense by UWS on that possession, and now they have a chance to take their first lead of the game. Barker, right side now. Reed Johnson, now Cornelius. Barker, swinging it now. Here is TJ Moberg. Moberg for the Yellow Jackets. Left side, Barker. And we're going to have a blocking foul here called against Cameron Thomas. The two number 12s going at each other there, and Thomas will be whistled for the personal. His first second team foul on the Rams. Nick Feller is going to check in for the first time now, as is Elijah Smith. Meanwhile, 15:29 remaining in the half. The Jackets will inbound now left baseline. It will be Reed Johnson who will do the honors. Moberg out on top. Now Javon Walker. Pass down low for Johnson. Johnson lost the handle on it as he tried to go up. Loose ball collected by Feller. And off the turnover now, it's Siggers. Stepping through. His pass to the outside. Now Holtman. Tanner Holtman will fire away from three-point range. Long out the back rim. That's no good. Rebound for Cornelius. And then he had it stripped away. Now the ball's on the deck. Siggers picks it up. Flips up a shot. That's no good. Another offensive rebound, this time for Elijah Smith. Now three-point shot far side. That one spins out. That one was taken by Carrington McNeil, and finally, after all that, it will be a dead ball to the Yellow Jackets as the rebound off the miss was tipped out, but the Jackets having a hard time holding on to the basketball there after a couple misses. And now Johnson will trigger it in here for Moberg. And TJ Moberg now into the front court, out on top. Reed Johnson, bounce pass Barker, left wing. Joey Barker for the Yellow Jackets, kicks it outside. Now Johnson, he keys up a three-point shot and is true with it. Reed Johnson with the triple, and the Yellow Jackets have their first lead at 9-6. Siggers into the front court. Malik Siggers now coming off the screen by Smith out on top. Swings it in the corner. Three-point shot up from Feller. That one spins out, no good. Rebound grab by Barker. Approaching 6 minutes elapsed first half. UWS up by 3 at 9-6. Right side now, Javon Walker, who's had to take a shot so far here. Walker outside. Johnson. Three-point shot is up, and that's good. 2 straight threes from Reed Johnson, and we'll have a timeout here called. 30-second timeout by Coach Jeremy Becker. 6 quick points from Reed Johnson. Jackets with 6 so far from Joey Barker. 6 so far from Reed Johnson, and 6 points so far for Cameron Thomas. So the 3 players that have scored in this game have all scored 6 points here early in this first half. 13:58 remaining in the opening 20 minutes. Quick reminder, if you can't get enough of the Yellow Jackets, tune into Eye of the Swarm, the official podcast of Yellow Jacket Athletics. Join John Garver and me throughout the years. We sit down with the Yellow Jacket student athletes, coaches, and other guests. Eye of the Swarm is available on Yellow Jacket TV, on uwsyellowjackets.com/podcast, Spotify, iTunes, or wherever you get your podcasts. In the meantime, we come out of the timeout. And Siggers will inbound it here for the Rams. Gets it in now for Holtman. And now Malik Siggers into the front court. Bounce pass comes right side. Carrington McNeil trying to step through. Lost the handle on the basketball. Now flips it to the outside, and that one will go out of play. It'll be a turnover on the Rams. The Yellow Jackets will put the ball in play now, leading it by 6 at 12-6. 13:47 and counting remaining opening half. Our halftime programming today is sponsored by Hovland Incorporated. We'll have our first half summary, a look at the first half stats, and also catch you up on all the goings on with the Yellow Jacket Athletics. All that coming up at the break. In the meantime, a miss right at the rim here from Reed Johnson leads to a run out now for the Rams. Right side, it's Siggers. Now he'll go into the corner. Three-point shot up from there. That one spins out. That's no good. Rebound cleared here by Andrew Cornelius. Rams struggling a bit from beyond the arc as Barker now getting a step. Goes all the way to the rim. Goes up and under and reverses it home with the left hand. Joey Barker has 8 points so far, and that's the Yellow Jacket advantage now at 14-6. UWS on a 10-0 spurt here to take an 8-point lead. Now Holtman left side, picking up his dribble. Pass comes out on top. Now losing the handle with Smith. Turnover. Now here's on a run out Javon Walker going all the way in, and he'll lay it in with the right hand. And another timeout going to be called here by Jeremy Becker. 12 straight points now for the Yellow Jackets. And they now have opened up a 16-6 lead here. Fast start here for UWS. You can tell that they missed being at home. And they are playing well here to start. Defense has looked good here so far. Yellow Jackets so far 6 for their first 11. The Rams so far 2 for their first 11. And just 1 for 7 from beyond the arc. This is a Rams team, as I mentioned, that's used to shooting a lot of threes and making a lot of threes. They made 85 of them so far through their first 11 games. They shoot 46% as a team from the field, 34% from the three-point line, and a good free throw shooting team, too, at 75%. The Jackets, 43% from the floor as a team, but only 28.6% from beyond the arc, and that's been a bit of a bugaboo for UWS in recent years. But so far, they're 3 for 3 from beyond the arc in this one, and have jumped out to a 10-point lead here in the UMAC conference opener for both teams. Jackets, after today, will hit the road to take on Bethany Lutheran on Saturday. They'll be at home again a week from tonight, taking on Northland College for the first time here. That'll be a Yellow Jacket TV only broadcast, by the way. Yours truly will be on the air with the pregame on that one. In the meantime, out of timeout, Jackets going to pick up full court here, as the Rams trigger it in here. Carmelo McNeil doing the inbounding. Here's Siggers now in the front court. Malik Siggers now going down the left side. Kicks it on the baseline, now out on top. Three-point shot is up, and then that one's off the back rim. No good. That one was taken by Josh Hoffman, who's checked in for the first time. And so far, the Rams 1 for 8. And now 2 for 12 here to start. The only player who's made a field goal so far here through nearly 8 minutes is Cameron Thomas. He has both of them here so far for North Central. In the meantime, the Jackets into the front court. Out on top now. Javon Walker now spinning from behind his back, and now he blows a tire. Looks like he came a little limp. Off the turnover, going all the way in, missing it. On the layup was Carmelo McNeil, but then the follow-up by Hoffman is put across and over the front of the rim for 2. And the bigger concern here now for the Jackets is the limping Javon Walker as he heads over toward the bench. And Hayden Quimby is going to come in, the freshman. Looks like he just turned an ankle as he tried to make a move to his left. And hopefully that will not be a bugaboo the rest of the night here. Meantime, Quimby comes in, Jackets against full court pressure, and now we're going to have a foul called on Thomas, and that'll be 2 on him. Third team foul against the Rams. He probably didn't need to foul there, to be perfectly honest. It was in the corner, and Reed Johnson was in that corner. And I would think that there'll be a substitution at some point here in the next couple of minutes for Thomas. In the meantime, off of the inbounds, off the foul, Joy Barker airmails a three-point shot from the left corner. Rams now back the other direction with Siggers, now stepping through, going up and under with a nifty move and a reverse for 2 points. 4 straight now to the Rams, makes it 16-10. Still picking up full court. Reed Johnson now inside Barker, hanging in the air. He goes up, misses the bunny with the right hand, but he'll draw the foul against Nick Feller. Jackets breaking the trap. Getting the ball down low to Barker, and like I said, missed the layup, but he drew the foul. Our Central bench didn't like the call, but Barker will go to the free throw line now to shoot 2 here. It's a 4th team foul. Max Briggs and Rocco Paulson getting ready to check in at the next opportunity here as Barker makes the first free throw. Briggs, who had 19 points in that UMAC tournament semifinal game back on the 21st of last year against these very same Rams, checks in for the first time. He'll take out Moberg. Barker now up to 9 points. Make it 10 as he swishes the free throw. Paulson will come in for him. Jackets back up by 8 now at 18-10. 11:27 remaining, opening half. And the officials having a brief conversation here on the court. It'll be Briggs that'll play point, I think, here for the Yellow Jackets with both Moberg and Walker out. Walker, by the way, has rejoined everybody on the bench here, so we'll see if he comes back in. And in the meantime, the conversation is ongoing. I think they're doing a quick check of the clock here. And And as we come out of the timeout now, apparently we're ready to go. As Hoffman's pass comes in for Siggers, he nearly lost it. Now picks it back up, and he'll bring the Rams into the front court. Siggers now on the outside against Rocco Paulson. Goes by him, kicks it outside. 3-point shot up from Hoffman, and that one is good. Josh Hoffman, the 6'5 junior from Hopkins, Minnesota, makes it 18-13. Hayden Quimby, Jackets against full court pressure. Johnson with a quick release 3-point shot. Off the mark, no good. Rebound in the arms of Carmelo McNeil. Long pass now, Siggers up and under. Move, and he gets it to go down for two. Circus shot that time. Couple of acrobatic finishes at the rim from Siggers. And it's 18-15. Now Briggs into the front court. Quimby. Hayden Quimby for the Yellow Jackets. Short jumper in the middle of the lane. No good. Front rim and out. Picking it back up is Briggs. His shot also no good. Rebound cleared now by Nick Feller. And now the Rams back the other way. Got a 10-point lead now down to 3. Shots up. No good off the miss that time. Taken with the left hand by Carmelo McNeil. Paulson with the rebound. And now here's Cornelius in the front court. Briggs for the Yellow Jackets. Paulson. Cornelius. Now he'll fire away from 3, and he'll knock it down. 3-point shot there from Cornelius. Has his first triple, and it's 21-15. We're halfway through this opening 20 minutes as Siggers outside. Hoffman, another 3. That one's wide to the right. Rebound clear there by Cornelius. And now it's Briggs for the Yellow Jackets in the front court. And it'll be a turnover against Briggs. As double team pressure came on him, picked up his dribble, and then they knocked it off. The sophomore from Woodbury's arm did the Rams. It'll be turnover on the Yellow Jackets. The Rams will stick it back in as Remy Wedgeworth-Brown is back into the game. He'll take out Carmelo McNeil, and now left side, Wedgeworth-Brown spinning. Siggers now, he'll tee up a 3-point shot. That one's wide to the right, no good. Rebound for Reed Johnson, dribbled it right into Wedgeworth-Brown, who took it away from him. Then Wedgeworth-Brown missed the layup. Rebound grab by Paulson. In transition now, Rocco Paulson running the court. The pass from Andrew Cornelius and softly laying it in was Rocco Paulson. He has his first 2 points. Now quick 3 back the other way. Here's Hoffman, and he'll knock it down. Hoffman has 8 points now to lead the Rams, and it's 23-18. Hayden Quimby for the Yellow Jackets. Cornelius in the corner, wide open. Reed Johnson, he'll fire from 3 and knock it down. He has 9 first half points. Now Holtman will try to answer with the 3, and he'll do so. 26-21, back and forth we go. Max Briggs now for the Yellow Jackets. Going inside, now just it off. Paulson got blocked as he went up for his first attempt. Got his own rebound, tried to go up, and then he'll draw a foul. Rocco Paulson using that 6'8" frame. And the foul going to be called on Malik Siggers. That'll be his first 15 foul, and Paulson to the free throw line to shoot 2. Rocco Paulson, first free throw, long and off the back rim, no good. He's got one more coming. Walker coming back in. He'll take out Hayden Quimby. Second free throw from Rocco Paulson is good. So 3 points for the sophomore from Duluth East High School across the bridge. Barker will come back in to replace him. Jackets up by half a dozen. 27-21. And now Wedgeworth-Brown off the inbounds. Into the front court now, picks up his dribble. Hoffman left side against Barker. Siggers into the corner. Stepping through now, Carrington McNeil. Now Siggers putting the ball on the deck. Stepping through, hanging in the air, goes up with the shot and gets it to go down. Good body control there by Siggers. He has 6 points, the lead down to 4. 27-23 is Max Briggs. Leads UWS into the front court. Barker on the right wing. Now Briggs out on top. Reed Johnson. Javon Walker now against Tanner Holtman. Going down the baseline, bounce pass to nobody. Picked off here by Carrington McNeil. Now he's back in transition, hanging in the air, and he lays it in for two, and the lead is down to a pair. So ever since the 16-6 opening for the Jackets, Rams on a 21-9 run here. Now here's the reverse attempt by Joey Barker down low. Off the glass, no good. Rebound Hoffman. Now Wedgeworth Brown. Now Wedgeworth Brown with a short jumper. Gets it to go down for two, and we're tied up. 21-11, the run now for the Rams. And we're tied up, 27 apiece. Expected to be a back-and-forth affair between these two. It usually is, as Barker now off the curl cut goes up, misses the bunny with the right hand. The rebound for Hoffman, and they're going to call a foul over the back here against Reed Johnson, I think. Carmelo McNeil will come back in. Blue Smaller coming in. 6'5" junior from Minneapolis, Minnesota. That's not a name you see very often. As Moberg returns for UWS, meanwhile, on the dead ball. In the meantime, now Wedgeworth Brown on the front court. Flips up a shot. That one's wide to the left, no good. Rebound grab by Barker off the miss. And in the front court they come. Now Reed Johnson getting a step on the baseline. Hangs in the air and slams it down with two hands. Got a step around Carmelo McNeil. He's got 11, and now we're going to have a foul called on the floor against Walker, I think. That'll be his first. He was guarding Carrington McNeil, who's had a quiet first half here. Two leading scorers on the two teams have combined for 4 points here so far through the first nearly 14 minutes. Other players picking up the slack, however, as Holtman goes for three. That's long off the back rim, no good. Rebound for Holtman. He'll step through, goes up off the window, and banks it home for two. He's got his first 2 points, and we're at 29 apiece. TJ Moberg now for the Yellow Jackets in the front court. Barker, right side now, Reed Johnson. Now Moberg. And we're going to have a foul called here on Remy Wedgeworth Brown on the floor. 6-team foul against the Rams. In the meantime, we will have a trigger in left baseline. It'll be Reed Johnson that'll do the honors here. Lobbing it in now, Barker. Now Cornelius, far side. Andrew Cornelius stepping through. Kicks it in the corner now. Here's Barker. Joey Barker, 6 seconds to shoot. Outside Cornelius to try a long three-point shot off the back rim. Rising high to get the rebound was Barker. Now Johnson. He'll line up the three, and he'll knock it down. Reed Johnson having a big first half, 14 points for the senior from Chatfield, Minnesota, to make it 32-29. As we're about to go under 5 minutes remaining in the opening half. Now Holtman on the baseline for North Central. Near side, Carmelo McNeil. Holtman. He'll try to answer with another three. That one's short off the front rim. Rebound tracked down by Blue Smaller. Passer Wedgeworth Brown now left side. Now Feller on the baseline. Blue Smaller steps through, and he'll get the layup to go on with the right hand. 32-31. Moberg getting a step. Goes all the way to the rim. Misses the layup with the right hand right at the 10. Rebound. Carmelo McNeil. Holtman now. Left side corner. Now he steps through. Does Carmelo McNeil. Goes up and lays it in off the glass. And now the Rams back up by one at 33-32. Walker now left side. Now Joey Barker getting a step on Smaller. Goes all the way to the rim. Flips it up. Miss it off the glass, no good, but we'll draw the foul. That'll be the 7th team foul, by the way, against the Rams here in this opening half. That'll put the Yellow Jackets into the Superior Water, Light, and Power bonus with 3:56 remaining. So the Jackets will be in the 1-and-1s on the next foul. In the meantime, now at the line, here's Joey Barker to shoot 2, and his first free throw is up and good. Barker now in the double figures. She got 11 in the first half now. It's 33 apiece. One more coming for the native of Superior. Cornelius checks out, by the way. Back into the game for the Jackets is Evan Bennett. Barker's second free throw is good as well. 34-33. Jackets back up by 1 as Andrew Beers checks in. He'll take out Joey Barker. In the meantime, now Carrington McNeil comes into the front court. Malik Siggers going left side into the corner. Carrington McNeil. Now for Holtman. Holtman now stepping through into the corner now. Blue Smaller. Putting on the deck. Picks up his dribble. Now back on top. 8 seconds to shoot. And we're going to have a travel here called against Carrington McNeil as he lost his footing left side. Free throw line extended. Turnover in the Jackets. Being at 34-33, it will come into the front court now with TJ Moberg. Left side now, Javon Walker off the screen. He'll pop from 17 feet. Right side off the front rim, no good. Rebound for Siggers. In the corner now. And stepping out of bounds as he went up with the three-point shot was Nick Feller on the right side. So a couple of turnovers here against North Central. And the pass comes in now here for Moberg. Moberg now out on top. Javon Walker, right side, Evan Bennett. Swinging it now, Reed Johnson, backdoor cut from Walker. Couple of Rams go up in the air, goes up and laying it in off the glass, off the head fake is Javon Walker, and he'll draw the and one here as he lays in points 3 and 4 for him in the opening half. Tanner Holtman will get whistled for it. 8th team foul. And Javon Walker, the 4 points, looking to make it 5 here. Goes to the line with 2:53 left. 36-33, UWS by 3. And make it 4. Spun around a lot, but then fell through, and now a timeout going to be called here by the Yellow Jackets. Quick reminder again, at halftime we will have our halftime show sponsored by Hovland Incorporated. And we'll take a look at the first half stats. We'll have our first half summary of what has occurred here so far through the first 20 minutes. Right about what I thought it would be, and I think what most thought it would be here in this UMAC conference opener between the Yellow Jackets and North Central. Tight ball game. Jackets have led most of the way. The lead right now for UWS at 37-33. UWS has shot the 3 ball very well, and that's a key here in this game. UWS came in shooting under 30% from beyond the arc. They're 6 for their first 8 out there here so far, shooting 46.2% overall. Rams at 43.8, and they've missed 11 out of 15 from beyond the arc. Jackets also +6 from the free throw line so far here. Rams also +5 in rebounding. As far as turnovers, Jackets have 4. The Rams have 5 thus far. Again, this is just game 1 of 2. The women's game will be coming up about 20-25 minutes after we go final here in game number 1 of our doubleheader. So stick around for that. In the meantime, the Rams will inbound here with Malik Siggers. Siggers off the inbounds. Carrington McNeil back for Siggers. Jackets with light full court pressure. Siggers in the front court. Smaller now left side. Inside. Carrington McNeil now spinning. Going up with the short jump shot over the top of Beers, and he knocks it down for 2. Carrington McNeil now has 4. The lead is 2. 37-35. Beers out on top. Left side now, Evan Bennett. Beers in the corner. Now getting a step, going all the way, flipping up a shot and getting it to go down for 2 is Reed Johnson. He got inside position against Carrington McNeil off the dribble. Looked like he wanted to almost throw it down with the right hand. Kind of lost it on the way up, but it fell through for 2. And Reed Johnson, who has had 16 first half points, will go to the line looking to complete an and 1 here. Following Carrington McNeil, his first 9th team foul against the Rams, and then Johnson misses the free throw as it rims out. Rebound for Siggers. Into the front court. Spinning through, goes up with the shot, off the back rim, no good. Rebound for Moberg. And now Moberg into the front court. Bounce pass, Beers inside, goes up, throws it down with 2 hands. Got inside on Smaller and throws it down. The assist to Moberg. Lead back up to 6 now. 41-35. Right side now, Carrington McNeil. Tanner Holtman, who's had a quiet first half. Out on top, 10 seconds to shoot, 1:35 remaining in the half. Siggers now down low. Nice pass for Feller, and he goes up and lays it in for 2. The assist to Malik Siggers, and it's 41-37. And in the front court now, Moberg. Right side, and we're going to have a holding foul called here now on the Rams, and that'll be the 10th team foul. And 2 shots now in the Superior Water, Light, and Power double bonus here for the Yellow Jackets. 1 minute, 16 seconds remaining. Half number 1, Jackets 41, North Central 37, and 2 free throws for Javon Walker. Came in averaging over 17 a game. So far has 5 in the game. And make it 6 as he knocks down the first free throw. Remy Wedgeworth Brown comes back into the contest. Second free throw is in the air from Walker. Spins out, no good. Rebound grabbed by Wedgeworth Brown. Jackets by 5. As Wedgeworth Brown in the front court. Pass out on top now for Siggers. Siggers now going left side. Bounce pass now for Feller. He couldn't handle it. Turnover. It's stolen away by Evan Bennett. Under a minute now left. Half number 1 as TJ Moberg in the front court now for UWS. Left side now Andrew Beers. Now Walker. Johnson. Beers. Left side wing with 10 seconds to shoot for Walker. Now passes it down low, looking for Beers. It's knocked away by Smaller. Good pick and roll action that time. UWS will have an inbounds now with 7 seconds to shoot. And 39.5 remaining in the half as Barker and Cornelius come back in. Bennett will check out, as will Beers. Lobbed in now Johnson. Left side on the wing, Moberg. 5 seconds to shoot. Cornelius now out on top. 2 seconds, 1 second. He'll fire from there, and it's wide to the left off the backboard. No good. Didn't draw any iron. So shot clock violation. Gives the basketball back to North Central with 31.1 seconds remaining. Which will mean that the Rams can virtually take this all the way down now if they so choose. Jackets by 5, 42-37. And Siggers looks like that's exactly what Coach Jeremy Becker wants the Rams to do here, as he will dribble it all the way down. 15 remaining here in the half. 10 seconds now left against Moberg. Going left side now. Had the ball stripped away. Ball still loose. Wedgeworth Brown picks up, goes down low for Smaller. He goes up and lays it in. And that is how the first half will end here. Lucky break there for North Central as that basketball found its way from Remy Wedgeworth Brown. He found Blue Smaller at the left side of the rim. Smaller went up and laid it in. He now has 6 points, and it's 42-39 here at the intermission. The Yellow Jackets in the lead here from the Mertz. Jackets by 3 here at the break. And with that, we'll take a break with the two teams and then come back with our halftime show sponsored by Hovland Incorporated right after this. This is UWS Men's Basketball on 91.3 FM KUBD West Superior and on Yellow Jacket TV, an affiliate of the UMAC Network. Back here at the Mertz, game 1 of our doubleheader sees the Yellow Jacket men trying to snap a 7-game losing streak, leading North Central and both teams' Upper Midwest Athletic Conference season openers here by the score of 42-39 at the break. Entertaining game here so far. Well played by both teams. Jackets so far shooting 48.3%. 20 minutes into this one. North Central, meanwhile, shooting at 47.2%. So there's been some good offensive play by both teams here so far. The Yellow Jackets so far getting a huge first half as we jump into our first half summary. From Reed Johnson. Johnson with a game-high 16 points thus far halfway home. 6 out of 9 from beyond the field. 6 for 9 from the field overall. 4 for 5 from beyond the arc. And 0 for 1 from the free throw line. He scored those 16 points here so far coming off the bench here for the Yellow Jackets. Meanwhile, 6 points so far for Javon Walker. He's 2 for 3 from the field, but the big story also for UWS, Joey Barker, 12 points for the Yellow Jackets, 3 for 7 shooting for Barker. Hit his lone 3 here so far. He's 5 for 6 also from the free throw line in that opening half. Jackets with the 6 points from Javon Walker, also getting 3 points each from Andrew Cornelius, 3 points from Rocco Paulson, and 2 points so far from Andrew Beers, while Evan Bennett, TJ Moberg, Hayden Quimby, and Max Briggs played in that first 20 minutes but did not score for UWS. As a team, the Jackets 48.3%, 14 out of 29 from the field, 6 for 9 from beyond the arc as a squad, and 8 for 12 from the free throw line here thus far. North Central, meanwhile, a little bit more balance here so far in the opening half for them. They have 3 players with 6 points each. Carrington McNeil with 6 points. Cameron Thomas, who scored their first 6 points of the game, also at 6 points, while Jared Hoffman has 6 points as well here so far for North Central. Carmelo McNeil, 3 for 4 from the field for his 6 points. Cameron Thomas with 6 points so far, 2 for 2 shooting for him. Carrington McNeil, the leading scorer, I should say, 4 points. Carmelo McNeil, the one with 6 points, the identical twin brothers. Getting a little bit mixed up here. I'll try to do better as I move along here, folks. Sorry about that. 5 points so far for Tanner Holtman in the first half. 4 points for Malik Siggers. 4 points so far for Blue Smaller. And 2 points each for Remy Wedgeworth-Brown and also Nick Feller. The Rams 17 for 36 from the field as a team. 4 for 15 from beyond the arc. They are 1 for 2 from the Striped Jackets so far, outscoring the Rams 8-1 from the line. That looms large here so far, halfway home in this one. In terms of rebounding, the Rams with a 19-13 edge in total rebounds in that first half. And in terms of turnovers, the Rams with 6 in the opening 20 minutes. The Yellow Jackets taking good care of the basketball so far with 5. Jackets so far, assists to turnover 2-1. They have 10 assists against 5 turnovers. Coach Greg Polkowski will be happy with those numbers. While for North Central, they have those 6 turnovers, as I mentioned. So far, they have 5 assists, so nearly 1-to-1 the ratio for North Central. And in terms of fouls in that first half, Jackets as a team only committed 3 fouls, single fouls each for Joey Barker, Javon Walker, and Reed Johnson in that opening 20 minutes. Rams, meanwhile, have 3 players with 2 fouls each. We'll keep an eye on that as the second half continues to unfold. 2 each for Carmelo McNeil, Carrington McNeil, and Cameron Thomas. So again, those could be large subplots as we make our way in the second half of this contest. So that's your story halfway home in this one between the Yellow Jackets and North Central. And with that being the case, we'll take a quick break and then come back with a look at the other sports here occurring right now on campus here. We'll have a Yellow Jacket sports summary coming up in just a few minutes as halftime rolls on here from the Mertz. This is UWS men's basketball on 91.3 FM, KUWS Superior, and on Yellow Jacket TV, an affiliate of the UMEC Network. Six or 7 minutes away from the second half of this contest between the Yellow Jackets and North Central. And with that being the case, we'll jump into our Yellow Jacket sports summary here as the halftime show sponsored by Hovland Incorporated continues to roll on here from the Mertz. Women's basketball, who will be playing game 2 of our doubleheader, sitting at 4-7 overall through the non-conference portion of the season. They snapped a 4-game losing streak last time out with a 56-49 win over MSOE on Monday, December 23rd at the Kern Center in Milwaukee. In that contest, UWS trailed 10-9 after 1 before going on to outscore the Raiders by a combined 32-18 in the second and third quarters before holding off MSOE down the stretch in the fourth quarter to pick up the win. For the game, the Yellow Jackets shot 34% as a team and were led by Elise Bessinen with 23 points on 7 of 14 shooting. Mackenzie Lesha added 17 points while making 4 of 9 from the field. Katie Dobson also finishing in double figures with 10 points. Again, they're taking on North Central to open up their portion of the conference season here for 2024-2025 in Game 2 of our doubleheader here tonight. 7:15, the tentative tip-off time there, and we'll be on the pregame about 15 minutes ahead of time there, so stick around for that. Women's hockey now at 8-6-2 overall, 1-3 in the WIAC, but they are on a 4-game winning streak, including winning the Fondy Pot Invitational on Saturday with a 5-0 shutout of UW Stevens Point at the Blue Line Family Ice Center in Fond du Lac. In that contest, the Yellow Jackets got 2 goals from Jenna Hoops, along with additional tallies from Eiley Dahl, Kaylin Gardner, Emma Booth, while Anna Malson, made 24 saves in goal to pick up the shutout. They're next in action on Tuesday, January 14th at Concordia Moorhead, 5 p.m. the opening face-off there against the Cobbers. They're next at home a week from this coming Saturday on the 18th, taking on UW River Falls, perennial national powers, the Falcons, coming to town and defending national champions on top of that. 2 p.m. the opening face-off there, 1:45 the pregame. That'll be a contest that'll be broadcast both on 91.3 FM KUWS and on Yellow Jacket TV. John Garber on lead vocals for that one. Men's hockey, meanwhile, 10-3-1 overall, 5-1 in the WIAC, and they are on a 6-game winning streak, including claiming the 59th annual Codfish Bowl tournament title this past weekend with a 5-2 victory over UMass Boston at Edward T. Berry Ice Rink in Boston, Massachusetts. In that contest, the Yellow Jackets got a pair of shorthanded goals from Logan Nickerson and Chris Ishmael to go along with additional tallies from Matt Francois, Justin Dauphiné, and Gavin Watt, while Kobe Grant made 35 saves in goal. They're next in action on Friday. They'll be taking on Concordia Moorhead down the street at Westman Arena. 7 p.m. the opening face-off against the Cobbers. 6:30 the pregame. That'll also be a joint broadcast on 91.3 FM KUWS and on Yellow Jacket TV. And last but not least, men's and women's indoor track and field is still on their winter break, but they will be back in action on Saturday, January 18th, when they host the Twin Ports Open across the hall at Lydia Thiering Fieldhouse. Action getting underway there starting at 11 a.m. So that's your Yellow Jacket sports summary here as we tick down toward the beginning of the second half of this contest between the Yellow Jackets and the Rams. And with that being the case, we'll take one more quick timeout and come back with the start of that second 20 minutes between the Yellow Jackets and North Central. That's coming up right after this. This is UWS men's basketball on 91.3 FM, KUWS Superior, and on Yellow Jacket TV, an affiliate of the UMAC Sports Network. Quick reminder before we begin the second half here, the Jackets will be next in action on Saturday, January 11th at Bethany Lutheran. That'll be a 3 p.m. opening tip from the North Gym down in Mankato. They'll next be at home a week from tonight when they take on Northland College right here at the Mertz. That'll be a Yellow Jacket TV broadcast, by the way, for those of you keeping track back home. 5:30 p.m. the opening tip there. They'll next be on the radio on Saturday, January 25th, taking on Minnesota Morris for the first time here this season. 3 p.m. the opening tip of that one, 2:45. That'll be a joint broadcast on 91.3 FM KUWS and on Yellow Jacket TV. Yours truly will be on the air with the pregame for that one as the Jackets and the Cougars meet up for the first time here on the season. In the meantime, the two teams are making their way back out onto the court here to begin the second 20 minutes. The Yellow Jackets will begin the half in possession of the basketball, leading at 42-39. Matt Johnson bringing you all the play-by-play. And it'll be Javon Walker that'll trigger it in here for UWS. As the pass comes in now for TJ Moberg, and we're underway here, second half. UWS by 3. As Andrew Cornelius getting a step on the inside, had the ball knocked away now by Cameron Thomas. In the arms now of Carmelo McNeil, going left side, going all the way to the rim, and he lays it in for 2. 42-41 now your score. As TJ Moberg into the front court. Pass comes out on top now, Cornelius. Joey Barker now for UWS. Back out on top, they swing it right wing. Cornelius now Javon Walker. Against Thomas on the right baseline, now he'll step it out. Goes on the baseline, now got hit in the air, and it'll stay with the Yellow Jackets here. And 6 seconds to shoot. 19:16 remaining in regulation time. Jackets leading it by 1. 42-41 as Walker will inbound right baseline. Triggers it in now Barker. 5 seconds to shoot. TJ Moberg. 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second. They're not going to get the shot off. And it will be a shot clock violation as Walker's attempt came after the shot clock buzzer. And the clock had expired, so it will go back over now the Rams, who are looking to retake the lead here. As Steiner Holtman triggers it in now. Remy Wedgeworth Brown into the front court. Left side off the pass now. Carrington McNeil. Wedgeworth Brown now. Outside. Holtman hanging. 3-point shot is up and it's good. Right corner on the 3-point shot there from Holtman. And the first 5 points of the half go to the Rams. They now lead it by 2. 44-42. Now Barker. And it'll be a foul called now on Cameron Thomas. That'll be his third. Came in and bumped him with his chest, did Cameron Thomas. First player on either team with 3 fouls in this contest. Jackets have only committed 3 fouls as a team here so far in the game. Walker now going left side. Evan Bennett. His pass tipped in the hands of Moberg, who will hang up in the air. Flips up a wild shot on the scoop. Then he hits the deck. Stays down. Rams now with an extra man. 5-on-4 advantage coming back from the front court. Now Holtman stepping through, flips up a shot, and crawls it over the front of the rim for 2. Stepped into the lane to Tanner Holtman, and the lead now at 4 for 6 points of the half, for 7 points of the half, to the Rams. And they now lead it by 4, 46-42. Moberg back up now. Seems all right for the time being as the pass goes far side. Long 2 up in the air now from Joey Barker. Rims out, no good. Rebound to North Central. Carmelo McNeil, bounce pass down low. Wedgeworth Brown, back out on top. Carrington McNeil for 3, and he knocks it down. The Jackets need a timeout here. 10 straight to open up the second half now for North Central. The Jackets a step slow here to begin. Not the way you want to come out of the half. And now they trail it by 7 at 49-42. If you're a Yellow Jacket fan looking for great team gear, visit our official Yellow Jacket sideline store and browse all the current styles of Yellow Jacket apparel and accessories, including the same gear the Yellow Jackets wear. Find the Yellow Jacket sideline store at uwsyellowjackets.com/shop. And like I said, the Jackets a step slow here. Rams, meanwhile, coming out hot here in the second half, making some adjustments. And they now, after scoring the first 10 points of this half, have a 7-point lead. Jackets have looked a little discombobulated on offense, and the Rams have definitely heated up from outside. A couple of threes in that run there. One from Holtman, one from Carrington McNeil. And now the Jackets are going to have to tighten things up here as Briggs comes in to replace Moberg. Some light full court pressure here, it appears, coming out of the timeout as Cornelius triggers it in. Now here's Briggs. Briggs into the front court now, picking up his dribble. Pass out on top now, Cornelius. Rams now, after that hot start, now shooting at 52%, and we're going to have a blocking foul here called against North Central's Josh Hoffman. That'll be his second. What are they going to call it? His first. His first. Second team foul here on the Rams, and an inbound left baseline from Reed Johnson. Barker now. Putting it on the deck, Cornelius. Now it's Barker stepping inside. They're going to call an offensive foul on Joey Barker as he turned and tried to face up. Carrington McNeil drawing the charge on the right side block. Coach Greg Polkowski very unhappy with the official on the baseline. They're going to say that he got him with the elbow out, I think, is what the argument was there from the official on the call. For Joey Barker, it'll be his second. Turnover on the Jackets. Now the Rams coming to the front court, leading it by 7. Carmelo McNeil now on the outside. Hangs in the air, now pass wide open left side. Jackets falling asleep on the pick and roll, and Remy Wedgeworth-Brown with an easy 2 there with the left hand. First 12 points of the half now to North Central, and they lead it by 9. Now Reed Johnson, pass down low. Walker hanging in the air, goes up and gets it to go down for 2. UWS finally on the board, trailing it by 9 still. Check it, trailing it by 7 now. That's Hoffman in the front court. Holtman out on top. He'll tee up a long NBA range 3. That's off the back rim, no good. Rebound for Walker. Now Javon Walker trying to take on about 3 different Rams defenders, and he'll draw a foul as he spun toward the Buzz logo at midcourt. That foul going to be called on Carrington McNeil. That'll be his third. So now 2 Rams with 3 fouls as Malik Siggers comes in for the first time here in half number 2. The pass comes in now for Briggs. Briggs now on the baseline. Now he turns it over as he got stripped coming into the paint. Holtman on the pass down low on transition. Up and under with the reverse layup is Siggers. And the lead back up to 9 again. He has 8. 53-44. Reed Johnson now left side. Hanging in the air now, pass for Barker, but they're going to call a pushing foul here, I think, on Carmelo McNeil this time. And that will be on Carmelo McNeil. As Moberg comes back in, Briggs will check out. But North Central so far in the second half, they're just not missing many shots, if any. Rams so far 6 for 7. Start the second half. And now shooting at 53.5% as Barker off the inbound spins to the right hand around Josh Hoffman and lays it in at the right side with the right hand. He now has 13. 53-46. Holtman left side now. Carmelo McNeil. Now Hoffman wide open. He'll fire from 3 and he'll knock it down. 7 for their first 8 now. And 3 for 4 from beyond the arc, and the lead is 10. 56-46. Reed Johnson going right side. Step through. The shot was blocked away here by Hoffman. He'll stay with the Yellow Jackets as Reed Johnson with his 16 points. Right side of the lane, had it knocked away. He'll stay with the Yellow Jackets. They will inbound now left baseline. It will be Reed Johnson that'll inbound it. By the way, Luke Fehrenbacher in for the first time now for UWS. Johnson now in the corner. Three-point shot is off the back rim. No good. Rebound for Fehrenbacher. Cornelius will fire from three, and he'll rally it home. Second three-point shot of the game for Cornelius. Wedgeworth Brown goes right to the rim and lays it in. Jackets a step slow in defense on that one, and now Coach Greg Polkowski signaling to the bench that he wants a sub. 58-49 now as the pass back door for Fehrenbacher from Joey Barker is off the mark, no good on that pass, but they're going to call a holding foul here, it looks like. As Micah Young's going to check in now for the Jackets. He's going to take out Javon Walker, it appears. Foul was called, by the way, on Wedgeworth Brown, his second. 15 foul already on the Rams. That's the one area they seem to be struggling in here as they lead it by 9. Off the inbounds. Cornelius now taking Feller down low, who's checked in. Goes up off the glass with the shot, no good. Rebound for Holtman. Cameron Thomas with the 3 fouls. Now takes the outlet. Into the front court now, Siggers. Playing left side, and we're going to have an offensive foul called on Feller as he bowled over Luke Fehrenbacher on top of the key. Fehrenbacher gave him about 5 or 6 inches on that exchange, and on time it worked out well. Second foul on Feller. 16 foul already on the Rams. Jackets have committed just 1. So maybe the free throw line can help the Jackets get back into this a little bit. In the meantime, here's Barker. He'll tee up a wide open 3, and he'll knock it down. Barker now has 16 as he knocks down his second triple of the game, 58-52, and now we're going to have a foul called here on Fehrenbacher. Trying to defend Malik Siggers on the outside. His second team foul on the Yellow Jackets. Feller will inbound now, near sideline. Pass comes in now, Holtman. Around Cornelius. Lost the handle on it. Feller saves it on the baseline for Siggers. Now he picks up a pass far corner. He'll fire from 3, and he'll knock it down. Rams now 9 for 10 here in the second half. And 4 for 5 from beyond the arc. 61-52 now your score. Barker now, right side. And we're going to have an offensive foul here called against the Yellow Jackets. They're going to get Fehrenbacher, it looks like, on the illegal screen. 2 quick fouls now for him. And this is one of those situations where if you're the Jackets, you can't let North Central run away and hide here. But the way North Central's shooting the basketball here, 9 for 10 to begin the second half. Now shooting at 56.5% for the game. Jackets have to find a way to get some stops here. Carmelo McNeil in the front court, hands it off now, Siggers. Carmelo McNeil. Thomas out on top, now Siggers. In the corner, Feller, he'll fire away from 3-point range again. That one halfway down, popped out. Young gets the rebound, and now the Jackets into the front court. Johnson now. Bounce pass, and Young couldn't handle it. It's knocked away. Thankfully off of a Ram defender, but pass on the left side couldn't be handled cleanly by Micah Young, and now the Jackets will huddle here. On the baseline. Rams so far 22-10, the advantage here in the second half. Off the inbounds, Cornelius. Now he'll fire from 3. That one's hard off the back rim, no good. Rebound, Fehrenbacher. And now a foul going to be called on Siggers. And that'll send the Yellow Jackets into the Superior Water, Light, and Power bonus here with 12:48 still left on the clock. So, like I said, maybe the free throw line can help the Yellow Jackets here a little bit. They can get some stops defensively. Still a lot of time in this ball game, of course. And Luke Fehrenbacher, it looks like he might have a cut on his left arm. So it'll be a 1-1 here. Fehrenbacher for the Yellow Jackets. Senior now from Batavia, Illinois. He's been a career backup here for the Yellow Jackets since he came to UWS 4 years back. And of course, in college basketball, you can name a substitute free throw shooter or bring in a substitute free throw shooter. If there's an injury on the court, we'll see what the 3 officials decide for this one. And Fehrenbacher, looks like they're going to allow him to shoot him, so he will go to the free throw line here with 12:48 left. Fehrenbacher has not shot a free throw this season officially. In fact, he's only taken 1 shot all season. And the first free throw is off the mark, long, no good. Rebound cleared here by Feller. Long in the front court, flipping up a shot as he went on the right baseline was Carrington McNeil. Rimmed it out, no good, but he'll draw a foul. And now he'll head to the free throw line here to shoot 2. Foul called against Micah Young here for the Yellow Jackets. Young, the 6'3" sophomore from Minneapolis, Minnesota, with the personal, and now Carrington McNeil's first free throw is good. 62-52 your score. Rams are a team you can definitely come back on. They're going to play a high tempo no matter what, so it's possible to string together a lot of points against them if you get hot from the field, but certainly can't get too far behind here. Carrington McNeil makes both free throws. It's now 63-52, and then Johnson comes right back and knocks down a long 3 at right side wing. He now has 19, 63-55. Carmelo McNeil now trying to answer. Flips up a shot off the back rim, no good. Rebound off the back rim. Barker collects, and now the Jackets down by 8 with Reed Johnson in the front court. And now we're going to have a foul called, another one on Carmelo McNeil this time. And that's the 8th team foul already here. And that's the 4th personal foul now on Carmelo McNeil. So he's going to have to check out here for quite a while. And well, the fouls are starting to pile up here for the Rams. As the first free throw here from Reed Johnson is up and good. Now he has an even 20 points in the ballgame. 63-56. 12-12 remain to be played. And like I said, it's been a slow start to the half here for the Jackets, but with all these fouls, there might be a shot to come back from the free throw line as we have a timeout now called on the court. 21 points now as Johnson knocked down both free throws. He's the game high scorer, by the way. 16 points for Barker. You see Javon Walker get going a little bit here, too, although I'm not sure how good that tender ankle is of his. Twisted it in that first half on a move to his left. Jackets now at 46.3%. Rams at 54.2%. Jackets also good from the three-point arc, 9 for 15 so far. The Rams starting to heat up from out there as well at 8 for 21. Jackets plus 7 still from the free throw line. Rams plus 6 in rebounding. Jackets have 8 turnovers now as well, while the Rams now have 7. But the real story here since the break, it's been the hot shooting of North Central. 9 for 12 here overall here in half number 2, and 4 for 6 from beyond the arc. And now off the inbounds, Fehrenbacher back in there, and he nearly created a turnover there as the pass came in for Siggers. But is out off of Fehrenbacher on the far baseline. Carrington McNeil now will inbound it. And now this ball is kicked out of play here. Off the inbound by Cornelius. So UWS picking up aggressively here on the full court. Reset the shot clock to 30 seconds here. 12-11 left to play now. And Carrington McNeil now finally gets it in for Siggers, and the Jackets will back out of the full court press. Siggers now will hand it off. Carrington McNeil right side. Now goes down the lane, left side, flips up a shot off the glass for two. Patient move there by Carrington McNeil. 65-57, the lead back up to 8. Now Reed Johnson, he gets stripped of the basketball by Feller, who couldn't keep it in as it went to the far sideline. It'll remain UWS basketball here. We'll have 14 to shoot as Cornelius will inbound it. Pass comes in now for Luke Fehrenbacher. Left side now, here's Cornelius. 5 seconds to shoot. Barker, 2 seconds to shoot. Lost the handle. He tried to go on the baseline with the shot clock running down, and that's one of those mistakes you can't make right there. Shot clock violation just as Barker was going to the basket. Had to let one go. Said he took an extra step with the dribble. Lost it off of his leg, and it's a violation. And now the Rams back the other way here with Siggers. Left side, hang in the air. Goes up with a shot out the back rim. No good. And a foul going to be called on the Jackets on the floor. Or are they going to call it a shooting foul? Going to call it on Luke Fehrenbacher. That's his third. And now Rocco Paulson, Javon Walker, and TJ Moberg will come in and replace Young, Barker, and Fehrenbacher. And they did call it on the floor. 15 foul on the Jackets as Siggers will inbound left baseline. Holtman out on top. Now Siggers gets a step. Goes around Rocco Paulson. Up and under and lays it in with the right hand for two. The lead back up to 10 again, 67-57. Jackets into the front court now. Out on top, here's Moberg, left side. Cornelius, now he gets stripped of the basketball. Another turnover. Blue Smaller back in there, picks up the loose change. Now Smaller in the front court. And we're going to have a foul called here on Rocco Paulson. Yeah, Smaller made his move to the paint. That's his first 16 foul on the Jackets, and Siggers will inbound now left baseline. Siggers will inbound now into the corner. Feller out on top, Holtman. Holtman, and his pass outside for Carrington McNeil. Sails into the bleachers across the way for a turnover. Pass ball back to the Jackets, trailing it by 10. They led by 3 at the half, but trailed basically all the way here in half number 2. Rams came out with the first 12 points and led ever since. Now as Walker gets a step on the left side, goes all the way to the rim to lay it in uncontested. 10 points now for Javon Walker to make it 67-59. Siggers in the corner. Feller wide open. He'll fire from 3 and knock it down. Jackets again falling asleep defensively. He has 8, 70-59. Rams now 12 for 15 here in the second half from the field. Now here's Paulson getting inside. He'll get a bucket off an assist here from TJ Moberg. Now Siggers in the front court. Lou Smaller. Siggers now getting a step. Now off the pass, here's Smaller going up with the shot, and the foul going to be called here on Rocco Paulson. Rams now shooting almost 57%, but shooting 80% in the second half. When an opponent does that, you're not going to win. So the Jackets are going to have to find a way to make some stops here on this last 9.5. Now Smaller to the free throw line now, and his first free throw is up and off the back rim, no good. Remy Wedgeworth Brown back in now for North Central. Second foul against Paulson, by the way. 17 foul on the Jackets, so now both teams into the bonus. And the second free throw from Smaller is good. Back to a 10-point lead. 71-61. Both teams have had double-digit leads in this game, but Rams right now with a 71-61 advantage. Moberg now stepping inside the arc. Picks up his dribble. Now Bennett. He'll fire away from three-point range, and he'll knock it down. Evan Bennett with the triple. His first 3 points, 71-64. Now Wedgeworth Brown playing left side, and we're going to have a foul called on the floor against Moberg, I think. Josh Hoffman, meanwhile, will come back in now for the Rams. He will take out Feller. And a 1-and-1 now for Remy Wedgeworth Brown. His first free throw is up and good. North Central, a good free throw shooting team. We talked about that in the open. About 75% as a team. Jackets, 67.8. And the second free throw is also good. 73-64. Under 9 minutes remaining in this one. Moberg in the front court, handing it off now Javon Walker. Right side off the pass, now it's Evan Bennett. Javon Walker off the curl. Has a bit of room from the elbow, gets a shot up, that's rims out, no good. Rebound for Blue Smaller. And now Remy Wedgeworth Brown into the front court. Siggers now going inside. Head fake around Rocco Paulson, and he scores 2 there. Rams now 13 for 16 from the field. 75-64. Matches their largest lead of the game. Moberg right side. Evan Bennett now right side. Flips up a shot to left hand, left it short. Rebound grabbed by Rocco Paulson, and then the pass back out on top, knocked away here by Blue Smaller as Cornelius will come back in. He'll take out Paulson. Pass from Walker in now for Johnson. Now Cornelius. He'll fire from three-point range and knock it down. Cornelius with his third 3 now has 9. 75-67. Siggers on the front court. Outside Holtman. He'll line up a long three-point shot. That one's off the rim, no good. Rebound cleared now by T.J. Moberg. Now Cornelius in the front court. Steps through a couple of defenders, had stripped away. And it'll stay Yellow Jacket basketball as it went over the baseline. Siggers will check out. Carrington McNeil back in. Jackets will inbound now left baseline. And it'll be Reed Johnson doing the honors. Now Johnson, he'll fire from three-point range, and he'll knock that one down. He has 24 now as he knocks down the 3. He's having a good game for UWS, and now a timeout on the court. 75-70. Have you downloaded Swarm Central, the official rewards and loyalty app of the Yellow Jackets? Get started and receive 200 points just for registering and 200 more for downloading the app. Redeem your points for cool prizes in the Swarm Central store. Find Swarm Central in the Apple and Google stores today. Reminder, this is game 1 of 2. The Yellow Jacket women will be coming up about 20-25 minutes against North Central for their first UMAC Conference contest of the season. The game at this particular point in time looking like it'll start closer to 7, maybe even 7:45 as we come out of the timeout. Jackets shooting 50% themselves here. 10 out of 19 here in half number 2. And are within 5 now. And I talked about the fact the Rams will let you back in if you play smart basketball, make your shots, and certainly this could be interesting down the stretch, but not if that continues as Cameron Thomas gets a step inside, goes up and lays it in. He now has 8 points. Back up to a 7-point lead. Javon Walker. Cornelius now left side. Barker wide open from 16 feet. He'll let it go and he'll knock it down. Joey Barker has 18, 77-72. Wedgeworth Brown now. His pass outside, that gets knocked away. Turnover, Jackets back 4-on-2 the other direction. Now Reed Johnson losing the handle on as he tried to go for the layup, and it'll be a turnover. That's a missed opportunity for UWS on a 4-on-2. Johnson, as Blue Smaller was coming over defensively to help, and Johnson rolled it right off of his hip and out of play. And those little things that can cost you down the stretch. In the meantime now, here's another turnover by the Rams as Carmelo McNeil gets stripped. Now Reed Johnson going all the way to the rim, and he lays it in with the right hand. He has 26 in the game, and now they pass in for Holtman. That gets knocked away, and another timeout going to be called here by the Rams. 77-74. Committed 10 turnovers in the game. The Yellow Jackets with 11 turnovers. We talked about how hot North Central has been, and certainly that has been the case. I mean, you make 14 out of 18, you're shooting the ball exceptionally well. And that's what they've made here after halftime. 77.8%, 5 for 8 from beyond the arc, and 5 for 6 from the stripe. And despite that, the Yellow Jackets only down by 3. Biggest reason, the Jackets shooting 57.1% from the field themselves here after the break. They've made 6 out of 9 from beyond the arc as well. So could be an interesting finish here. Jackets getting a huge game from Reed Johnson. 26 points for the senior, 9 out of 14 from the field thus far, 6 for 8 from beyond the arc in 28 minutes. Definitely the best game he's played this season. 19 points for Joey Barker. He's having a strong night as well. 10 points for Javon Walker. 9 for Cornelius as well. Meanwhile, North Central. 11 from Carrington McNeil, 10 each from Malik Siggers and Tanner Holtman. As we come out of the timeout, Carmelo McNeil now back in with the fouls. 4 of them, and now here's another turnover. Jackets on the lead out now. Javon Walker coming inside, misses the bunny as he came in 2-on-1, and now the Rams back the other way, 2-on-2. Stepping inside, Carrington McNeil, and now a foul going to be called on Barker. It's going to be a 4-point swing right there. And those are the plays you got to make. Talked about it before. Foul on Barker's his 3rd. That's the 19th foul on the Jackets. Now Carrington McNeil to the free throw line here. That one hurts there. Chance to cut it to 1. Missed the bunny, then foul coming back the other direction. And Carrington McNeil knocks down the first free throw. Got 12 points in the game. 1 more coming. 78-74. And the second free throw spins out, no good. So 1 for 2 from the stripe. 78-74 as Moberg into the front court. Pass comes right side now, Andrew Cornelius. Now Barker. Free throw line extended. Cornelius, Walker. Walker now getting a step on Holtman. Kicks it right side, Moberg. Walker. He'll tee up a 3-point shot. That one spins out, no good. Rebound Carmelo McNeil, 3-on-1 back the other directions. The Jackets are late coming back. Initial shot is blocked. Rams with the offensive rebound now near side. 3-point shot up from Carmelo McNeil. That's no good. Offensive rebound Carrington McNeil. Now it's on the deck. And finally we're going to have a foul called here on Cornelius. That's the 10th foul on the Yellow Jackets. That was unlucky because the ball actually ended up in the hands of TJ Moberg, and the Jackets might have had numbers going back the other way. Instead, foul on Cornelius is his first. That sends Remy Wedgeworth Brown to shoot 2 at the free throw line, and the first one spins out, no good. One more coming. And they're going to let him take the first one again? What was the call there? Well, they let him take it again, I guess. 79-74. Second free throw for Wedgeworth Brown is also good. So now it's back up to a 6-point game at 80-74. TJ Moberg into the front court. Pass comes right side. Joey Barker now for the Yellow Jackets. Spinning around Thomas. Goes up and lays it in for 2. Nice move for Joey Barker. He now has 20. It's 80-76, and we're going to have a foul called again. Simon Walker, 2 more free throws coming up. And that'll send Carmelo McNeil now to shoot 2. And his first free throw is no good. We had 19 fouls called here so far in the second half, combined between the two teams. As Carmelo McNeil knocks down the second one after missing the first. He now has 5, and that's the Rams' lead at 81-76. Now here's TJ Moberg. Inside, flipping up a pass, opposite block, going up and laying it in for 2 is going to be Barker. 81-78. Now Remy Wedgeworth Brown to the outside. Carmelo McNeil for Carrington McNeil, top of the key, being guarded by Reed Johnson. Right side, he'll hand it off. Now Cameron Thomas will fire a 3. That's off the back rim. Rebound tipped near side and out of play off of Johnson. It'll stay with the Rams. With 4:10 remaining, Siggers will come back in. He'll take out Wedgeworth Brown. And Siggers triggers it in. Hands it off now. Gets it back. Siggers going up and under. Flips up a shot off the glass. No good. And the North Central bench is going crazy about the crossover. I'm not sure why celebrate that travel like it was the greatest thing they'd ever seen. And now Coach Becker is telling his guys to settle down. Probably a good idea. Triggering it in now is Barker. Coming down low now, here's TJ Moberg facing up. His shot off the back rim, no good. Gets his own rebound. Kicks it outside now, Cornelius shooting for the tie. That one's off the back rim as well. Rebound tipped around and out of play. And he'll stay with the Yellow Jackets. And now I think we might have some moisture on the floor here. Pass comes in. Johnson now left side. Now Johnson. Right side has stripped away momentarily by Carmelo Carrington. Now goes to the rim and lays it in for 2. Reed Johnson now with 28. Here's Holtman. Back to the direction. Now he loses the handle on it. Jackets down by 1. Now Walker trying to get the Jackets to lead. Steps inside with the left hand and gets it to go down for 2. And UWS back up now 82-81. Trailed by as many as 11. Now up by 1. Now Siggers going all the way to the rim. Flips it up and gets it to go down for 2. And now he'll go to the free throw line. 83-82 your score. Still 3 minutes to go. And Siggers' free throw, it spins out, no good. 83-82, coming right down to the last 3 minutes of this one. No surprise between these two. Johnson now right side. Gets around Carrington McNeil. Lost the handle on the way up. No foul called. Loose ball now to Siggers, and he'll come to the front court. Inside out dribble. Now Carmelo McNeil will line up the three, and it spins out no good. And we're going to have a foul called on Thomas. And for Cameron Thomas, that'll be on the rebounding action. That'll be his fourth. Ninth team foul now, and a 1-on-1 now for the Jackets back the other way with 2:34 left. We'll send Reed Johnson to the free throw line here. Working on a 28-point game. Senior from Chatfield, Minnesota. And his first free throw was good. And we're tied up, 83 apiece. 29 points and counting now for Reed Johnson. Remy Wedgeworth Brown will come back in. He will take out Carmelo McNeil. And the second free throw from Johnson is also good. 30 points now for Reed Johnson, 84-83. Jackets back up by 1. Carrington McNeil in the front court. Will hand it off for Malik Siggers, right wing. 2:20 left in the second half. Long three is up. That one off the back rim. Rebound. Tracked down by Cornelius. The three attempted by Carrington McNeil. And now in the front court. Reed Johnson pass down low. Walker. Wide open Barker. He'll fire from three. That one's short. Off the front rim. Rebound for Javon Walker. Jackets get another shot at it here. Cornelius, top of the key. Pass right side now, Barker. Joey Barker now against Thomas. Playing on 4 fouls. Hands it off now. Reed Johnson, he'll fire, and he'll knock one down. That's a 3-point shot. 33 points now for Reed Johnson. The Jackets up by 4. 87-83, Siggers in the front court. Wedgeworth Brown, short jump shot, and that one's good. And a timeout going to be called here now by the Rams. That'll leave them with 1. With 1:32 left. Jackets still have 3 timeouts remaining. And we're setting up for quite the finish here between these two. But how about the game for Reed Johnson? Regardless of the outcome tonight, 33 points. 11 out of 18 from the field. 7 for 10 from beyond the arc. This is the kind of game I think the Yellow Jackets have been waiting for from Reed Johnson for a while now. 4 for 5 from the stripe as well. He's just playing an excellent game. 33 points in 33 minutes for the senior from Chatfield, Minnesota. 23 points for Joey Barker. Let's not take anything away from Barker either. 8 for 14 shooting for Joey Barker, 2 for 4 from beyond the arc, and he is so far 5 for 6 from the stripe. He also has a team leading 6 rebounds. So those two, 56 of the Yellow Jackets, 87 points. Walker in the double figures. He's played a pretty heady game tonight, though, has Javon Walker. 12 points, 5 for 9 shooting. Cornelius with 9 points. All those on 3 for 7 shooting from beyond the arc. 5 points for Rocco Paulson, 3 points for Evan Bennett, and 2 points for Andrew Beers. Reminder, we'll have a brief post-game recap sponsored by Synovus Energy whenever it is we go final here. Rams so far. 3 players with 12 points each, and Carrington McNeil, Remy Wedgeworth Brown with 12, and Malik Siggers with 12. 9 points so far for Carmelo McNeil. Cameron Thomas with 8 points, 10 points for Tanner Holtman as well. 9 points for Hoffman, 8 points for Nick Feller as well. And now out of the timeout, the Rams picking up full court. TJ Moberg's pass to the outside. Gets picked up by Lou Smaller, and it's a turnover on the Yellow Jackets. Chance now for the Rams to tie with a 2 or take the lead with a 3. Now getting a step, going up and under with the reverse layup attempt and getting it to go down for 2. There's Carrington McNeil, and we're tied up, 87 apiece. Jackets now into the front court with Walker. Under a minute remaining, regulation. TJ Moberg out on top, Reed Johnson. Cornelius, Walker, 8 seconds to shoot. Barker, 5 seconds to shoot. He'll fire from three-point range off the front rim, no good. Rebound for Carrington McNeil, about a 6-second difference between shot and game clock. And now we will have a timeout called here by the Rams with exactly 30 seconds left. 23 on the shot clock, so about a 7-second difference. The Yellow Jackets with the turnover on that last sequence. Couldn't take care of the basketball. And now North Central with a chance to take the lead here. And we shall see what kind of play they dial up here. Jeremy Becker in his 3rd season. Rams at 54.8% shooting. Again, the women's game coming up about a half hour after we go final here, but I'd be surprised if we see some extra basketball here tonight, the way these two teams have played. Game reset here, by the way. Tied up at 87 apiece. Yellow Jackets committed 10 fouls. The Rams have committed 9, so essentially both teams in the double bonus at this point. Possession arrow in favor of North Central. Jackets have 2 timeouts left. The Rams have 1 timeout remaining. And like I said, the possession arrow in favor of North Central as we break out of the huddle. The Yellow Jackets with the original starting 5 out there. Stands Reed Johnson, who is in there. Walker, Moberg, Johnson, Barker, and Cornelius for the Yellow Jackets. Meanwhile, it's Siggers, Wedgeworth Brown, Carrington McNeil, Tanner Holtman, and Nick Feller in the game now for the Rams. Siggers triggers it in now from Remy Wedgeworth Brown. And the clock ticked down now, 10 seconds to shoot, 17 left in the second half. Wedgeworth Brown now. Siggers. They spread the court. Siggers trying to step through. Had his shot blocked by Cornelius. The Yellow Jackets now with a leak out. Here's Barker coming inside, and we're going to have a foul called on Wedgeworth Brown with 5.1 seconds left. And Joy Barker headed to the free throw line to shoot 2. The Rams got caught on that one. Everybody came rushing in looking for the offensive rebound, I think, out the attempt by Siggers, and Barker leaked out. Cornelius found him off the leak-out pass, and Barker got fouled. As Barker's first free throw is good. Jackets now leading it 88-87. 1 timeout remaining here for the Rams as Thomas comes back in. He'll take out Wedgeworth Brown, who committed his 3rd personal. Now a timeout going to be called here. Jackets leading at 88-87. UWS, as I mentioned, took all 3 matchups with North Central last year by combined 8 points. That include the playoff win the Jackets had here against North Central. And here we are, another barn burner here. Jackets trying to win their 4th straight over the Rams. .1 ticks of the clock remaining. Jackets, on the strength of a Joy Barker free throw, lead at 88-87. 5.1 on the clock. think the Jackets will pick up full court here if Barker can knock down the second free throw. Second free throw is good. Jackets by 2. No timeouts remaining here. Now a 30-second timeout going to be called by the Yellow Jackets. Tanner Holtman and Nick Feller breaking the huddle here for the Rams. 5.1 seconds now left. Wedgeworth Brown will inbound. Jackets playing off the basketball. Pass comes in. Carrington McNeil. 4 seconds left. 3 seconds left. Comes across the timeline. 2 seconds left. Goes all the way to the rim. Flips up a shot. Misses the layup as he went in. Jackets clear the rebound, and UWS will hold on. And they will down North Central. Final score here from the Mertz in game 1 of our doubleheader. Yellow Jackets snap their 7-game losing streak and win their first conference contest. Your score, Yellow Jackets 89, Rams 87. We'll take a quick break and come back with a brief post-game recap sponsored by Synovus Energy Raptor. This is UWS men's basketball on 91.3 FM KUBD West Superior and on Yellow Jacket TV, an affiliate of the UMAC Sports Network. Back here at the Mertz as we jump into our post-game show sponsored by Synovus Energy. The Yellow Jackets picking up their 4th win of the season, snapping a 7-game losing streak in the process, but boy, it was not easy as they edge North Central and continue a streak in which close games with the Rams have become a norm. All 3 wins for the Yellow Jackets last year combined 8 points, and now they have 4 straight wins by combined 10 points as we continue that streak and that trend of the Yellow Jackets and the Rams playing games that come right down to the wire. Final score here, 89-87, as we jump into the final stats from this game. Like I said, it was some contest here. The Yellow Jackets led 42-39 at the break, and then North Central in the second half went pretty much wild from the field, making 9 of their first 10 shots, and for a while they were shooting over 80% for the half. Ended up taking an 11-point lead at one point at 75-64, and things were not looking great. The Yellow Jackets kind of weathered the storm, hung around for a while, and finally came all the way back. Got a couple of free throws from Joey Barker off of a missed opportunity from Malik Siggers. in which his shot got blocked by Andrew Cornelius. The long lead out for Barker. Joey Barker getting behind the North Central defense, forcing the foul on Remy Wedgeworth Brown. Barker steps to the line and makes both free throws. And that provides the winning margin as the Yellow Jackets win it 89-87. Final numbers in this one, the Yellow Jackets 31 out of 63 from the field, 49.2%, 13 for 24 from beyond the arc, and 14 for 19 from the stripe. But the real player of this game for the Yellow Jackets, in fact, you could give it's really 1 and a 1A here for player of the game honors. Reed Johnson led all scores, 33 points for Johnson tonight, 11 out of 18 from the field, 7 for 10 from beyond the arc, and 4 for 5 from the stripe. He scored those 33 points in 34 minutes of action. Just an outstanding performance by the 6'3" senior from Chatfield, Minnesota. Joey Barker, just as good, if not better, in many ways. 25 points for Barker. He was 8 for 15 from the field. Made a couple of threes. 7 out of 8 from the free throw line, including the 2 big ones at the end that gave the winning margin to the Yellow Jackets. Also grabbed 6 rebounds. So between the two of them, 58 of the Yellow Jackets, 89 points in the victory. Javon Walker, 12 points. Efficient night for Javon. He was 5 for 9 from the field, 0 for 1 from beyond the arc, and 2 for 3 from the stripe. 5 points for Rocco Paulson in the game. 9 points for Andrew Cornelius on 3 for 10 shooting, although all 3 of his threes that he made when he went 3 for 7 from beyond the arc were big shots. 3 points for Evan Bennett as well, and 2 points for Andrew Beers in the contest. Meanwhile, for North Central, 14 points from Carrington McNeil. He's 5 for 11 shooting the basketball for his 14. Rams had 4 players in double figures. Remy Wedgeworth Brown with 12. Malik Siggers had 12 points. 10 points for Tanner Holtman. 9 points for Carrington, or Carmelo McNeil, 9 points in the game for Josh Hoffman. 8 points for both Cameron Thomas and Nick Feller. And 5 points for Blue Smaller. Rams as a team, 34 to 64 from the field, good for 53.1%. They were 9 for 27 from beyond the arc and 10 for 15 from the strike. Your post-game show player of the game here for UWS, like I said, 1 and 1A. I'll just give it to Reed Johnson simply because of the game that he put together here. Made some big shots in both halves and was really dialed in basically from the start. Made his first 2 threes, and that set up Johnson for a big night from the field with those 33 points. 11 out of 18 shooting again for him, 7 for 10 from beyond the arc, and 4 for 5 for our post-game show player of the game. With the win, the Jackets now 4 and 8 overall. Rams dropping to 6 and 6 overall in the season. Jackets next in action on Saturday, January 11th at Bethany Lutheran. They'll be taking on the Vikings for the first time this season. 3 p.m. the opening tip from the North Gym in Mankato. They'll next be at home a week from tonight, Wednesday, January 15th, taking on Northland College. The Lumberjacks coming to town. 5:30 p.m. the opening tip there. 5:15 the pregame. That'll be a Yellow Jacket TV broadcast only. Meanwhile, they'll next be on the radio a week from this coming Saturday, taking on Minnesota Morris for the first time here at the Merge. Saturday, the 25th. 3 p.m. the opening tip there. 2:45 the pregame with yours truly. Again, that game on 91.3 FM KUWS and on Yellow Jacket TV. A big thank you to Chris Allen, who was my engineer back at 91.3 FM, and also to Harrison Law, who was my engineer at Yellow Jacket TV, for being here for Game 1 of our doubleheader. Hope those of you both watching on Yellow Jacket TV and listening on 91.3 will stick around for Game 2, as the Yellow Jacket women will be taking on North Central in about 20 minutes or so here from the Mertz. So for Harrison at Yellow Jacket TV and Chris at 91.3 FM, this is Matt Johnson. One more time, repeating the final score. Yellow Jackets winning their conference opener over North Central. Final score here from the Mertz in Game 1 of our doubleheader. Yellow Jackets 89, North Central 87. Thanks for listening, everybody. The women's game's coming up next. This has been UWS Men's Basketball on 91.3 FM, KVO Superior, and on Yellow Jacket TV, an affiliate of the UMass Sports Network.